I am.
Yeah, morning guys and gals. Today I wanted to
Why
do a
not?
quick review of
Because.
The Walking Dead by Telltale, but Season 2 this time. Now,
Come on,
it's got
Krista. What's
completely
wrong with
the
Omi?
totally unenviable
We're
task of
not
following
calling our
on in
baby
the
Omi.
footsteps of,
One of you
you
is
know, the
enough.
multi-Game of the Year award-winning
Clementine, a
Season
little help
1.
here?
And of course, most people's first
Omi the second.
question is going to be,
No.
is it as good as the
Omi
first one?
Junior.
What if it's a
No,
girl?
I'll answer that one
Then you
straight off
name
the
her
bat.
Krista.
That
But
doesn't
I'm
really mean this
Krista.
game is
I don't
bad,
want to
it's
call her
just I don't
Krista.
think at this
That's
point in
just
time you
confusing.
could
Just
probably
call her Genevieve.
beat Walking Dead
Care.
Season 1
How
in
can you
terms
not
of
care?
episodic gameplay story-wise.
You're not
The only
taking
thing that
this
really
seriously.
pips it for
I
me
take
really is
everything seriously.
Life is Strange
Especially
Season
when
1.
meets
Just
future.
that's a step above
Keep talking,
story-wise.
and you'll be sleeping in the
It
ring
doesn't
tonight.
necessarily mean The Walking Dead Season 2 is
Remember
bad.
that time in
It's just
Barstow?
it's not as memorable as
Take
the
this
first
weekend.
one. And I don't think anything will be at this point. Now, Season 2 takes
Why
off
don't you
immediately at the end of where Season 1 finished off. Only this time you're directly controlling Clementine. And I think that's a
What?
really good
And you
twist this
just
time
believed
around,
her?
because you actually feel a
Should've
bit more
put her out
vulnerable
of her
playing as like
misery right there.
is she about 10 years
Don't
old at this
bite my
point? I don't know, I
ass.
can't age kids, maybe
I
12. And he feels totally vulnerable and reliant on strangers. And I absolutely love that idea, because you get
Every lurker for
it
5
just kind of
miles
helps
probably
feel a
heard
bit
one.
more scared in this world sort of thing. You're not like a big butch bloke with a
Clementine,
massive
you okay?
baseball bat.
I
You're just
just
a
need
little girl
doctor.
with no real
And
weapons until
then
later
I'll
on.
go. I don't want my
Now,
arm
of
to
course,
get
being
infected.
The Walking Dead, everything goes pretty wrong pretty
We got a
fast.
doctor right here. Okay, he'll
You
have
get
a look.
attacked and you
What
get
the hell
separated
is
from the
wrong
people
with
you're
you
with,
Okay, she's
and then
just
you're
scared.
completely on
We're
your
all
own, and
scared,
that's
Luke. Don't
where
act
I
like
love
we're
this
the ones
game.
being irrational
First
as we
couple of
go by the
episodes where it's
grocery
just
store.
you
No
being
way she
completely
survived
vulnerable
out
on
here
your
on
own
her
trying to
own.
survive,
Why are we
and you
even
get
arguing
injured
about
early on,
this?
Let me take a look.
and you end up meeting a new group of strangers. We think, oh great, okay, they'll help her. But they actually don't trust her. They lock her in a shed overnight, even though you've got like a massive gash in your arm because they think you've been bitten. And that part is a high point for me, where you're trying to rely on strangers, they're not helping, you're desperate, so you're just trying to break out and sew up yourself, and I absolutely love that. But the slight problem is, that is also where I think this season really fails. Clementine, absolutely brilliant as always, but everyone else in this series I just hated. There's not one person in the series I actually liked or gave a toss about. I think there's even a couple of people thrown in there you're supposed to quite like, but it just came off as fake, and just the first group you meet, it turns out the group didn't trust you because they're on the run from some evil guy that was in control of their camp. And I think you're supposed to sympathise a little bit with them, and especially the pregnant woman that's in it, because she's on the run, that's just about 7 or 8 months pregnant or something.
I'm ready.
But the trouble is, they're all so unlikable. They all treat Clementine like crap, even though she's a little girl. It's weird, but then eventually later on when they do start warming to her, they still think nothing of throwing her in a dodgy situation that might get her killed, and just all self-centered bastards that when inevitably people start dying off, I didn't give a shit, I didn't care. And I think that's the biggest problem I had with this series. And weirdly, by the end, the guy they was on the run from obviously gets involved somewhere along the lines,
You know what you're doing.
and when you start talking to him, you kind of, it's probably bad, but I kind of started agreeing with his point of view, that they need to all start pulling the weight that can't be carried and blah blah blah. It's bad when you kind of empathise more with the villain of the story than you do with the people that are supposed to be being victimised, because they're just lazy bastards who do nothing but whine, and it really wound me up. So of course, the trouble is, it just kind of takes away from it, because obviously shock deaths all the way through, but I just didn't care. There's a few people who tried to help all the way through, but no matter how many times you try and help them, they keep putting themselves in stupid situations.
Is that the word?
And then I can't say too much about a certain person who cries and whines all the way through, and I think I saved 4 or 5 times, I don't even know. But no matter what you do, they always whine, they're useless, and in the end, no matter what you do, they end up dying anyway, so like, well, what's the fucking point? Pardon my language. So while I think if you're interested in the story of The Walking Dead, it is a good continuation, but it's not a patch on Series 1. I loved the ability to play as Clementine, that was a really good idea, but just the sheer fact, the story kind of just plods along. You kind of have to play this, so if you're going to play the next series, because Series 3 and 4 do continue on from this, and there's certain events that happen in this that you'll probably need to understand before moving onwards. But yeah, I think as long as you go into it knowing you're probably not going to like anyone apart from Clementine, you're
Sure, I
probably
get Carlos
okay.
to his post.
What I did like is
Everyone
the
else
fact the
should have their
decisions from Series
assignments.
1 do get dragged through into it. And also the 400 Days Later, you know, the little DLC add-on in Series 1. The characters you play as in that also get carried forward in Series 2. They're only like minor bit parts, you'll only probably see them in passing like for about 2 minutes and that's it. But it's just a cool little twist, and if anyone doesn't make it out the 400 days, you don't appear in this series. Now that was brilliant, I loved the idea of it pulling it through. So yeah, of course, the usual twists all the way through and whatnot. At this point, most of the bugs have been ironed out, I've not really found any. My problem was just with the story, I just didn't care about most people in it. So as long as you know that, it's not so bad. So yeah, hopefully guys, you've enjoyed watching this, and I shall see you on the next one. Yeah, bye.
I can't find anybody.
I know. What do we do? Mob was with me, but
We're stuck.